Welcome to the Maine's 217th Commencement. Our program will begin in just a few minutes. Please note that emergency exit doors are located in the east and west main lobbies and the north and south ends of the arena concourse. They are designated by red exit signs. For medical assistance, please refer to the first aid station located behind section FFF. In the event of an emergency, please exit in a calm and orderly fashion and follow the directions of the ushers and other event personnel. Our program begins today with Aaron Copeland's Fanfare for the Common Man, performed by the University of Maine Ceremonial Brass. Please rise and give your attention to this musical presentation, which announces the entrance of the class of 2019.
Mundy, President of the University of Maine and our regional campus, the University of Maine at Machias. Welcome. Welcome to the 217th Commencement. Please remain standing as University of Maine graduating senior Kayla Gayton, a double major in vocal performance and music education, performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Like many of you, I am attending my first University of Maine Commencement Undergraduate Day, and I'm thrilled to be here. It's going to be a fabulous day. First of all, graduates, thank you for choosing UMaine for your academic pursuits. You chose it a few years ago among various offers, and we are truly honored that you did. You chose UMaine because it spoke to you in some way, and I hope that you found exactly what you expected here and more. Your presence here has made the university better. You have brought distinction to yourselves, to your families, and to us with your achievements. In the classroom, in athletics, in the arts, in student activities, you have challenged ideas, made discoveries, created for society, championed for hundreds of causes, supported each other and the community through challenging times, and celebrated our successes and triumphs. I also want to thank your families and friends for joining you here today. Parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, partners, close friends, children, aunts, uncles, cousins. Whoever is here for you today is telling you that they care about you. They're proud of you and they're excited for you. These are the people who have been there for you. This is their celebration also. So why don't you find them in the audience and applaud, wave, blow kisses, shout, and let them know how much you appreciate them. It is also appropriate to take a moment to thank the faculty, the staff, and the university administrators who have helped to guide you on the paths that you've chosen. How about a round of applause for those who have worked for your success? Let me introduce the members of the stage party. Please hold your applause until all of them are standing. University of Maine Alumni Association Board of Directors Chair, Julia Muncy. Chair of the University of Maine Board of Visitors, Owen McCarthy. Distinguished Maine Professor, Dr. Sandra Caron. Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Jeffrey Hecker. Commencement Speaker, Bridget Ziegelaar. University of Maine System Board of Trustees, retired Admiral Gregory Johnson. Faculty Senate President, Dr. David Townsend. Vice President for Innovation and Economic Development, Jake Ward. Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students, Dr. Robert Dana. Salutatorian, Ana Eliza Souza Cunha. Valedictorian, Drew Brooks. Chief Business Officer, Claire Strickland. Director of Athletics, Ken Ralph. Vice President for Research and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Cody Vararamian. My sincere thanks to each of you for participating in today's ceremony. Each year, the university celebrates the achievements of our inspiring faculty through several awards. The University of Maine names 3 Presidential Award winners for outstanding teaching, research, and creative achievement, and public service achievement. As I call your names, please rise and remain standing. Ms. Jennifer Tyne, the Presidential Outstanding Teaching Award. Dr. Jasmine Saros, the Outstanding Research and Creative Achievement Award. Dr. Susan McKay, the Presidential Public Service Achievement Award. Profiles of these 3 outstanding faculty members are in your program. We honored them at a luncheon just before this ceremony. I now invite all faculty to stand so that we can express our appreciation for your commitment to fostering learner success, for your research that advances our knowledge, and for your community engagement to strengthen the state of Maine, the nation, and the world. Please stand, faculty. Each year, the University of Maine Alumni Association names the Distinguished Maine Professor in recognition of a faculty member who exemplifies the highest qualities of teaching, research, and public service. The Alumni Association presented the award in April. The 2019 Distinguished Maine Professor is Dr. Sandra Karen. Dr. Karen is a professor of family relations and human sexuality. For the past 3 decades, she has taught undergraduate and graduate courses, including the popular undergraduate course in human sexuality. Her research and publications focus on the social sexual development of young people. Sandy has authored several books, including The Sex Lives of College Students, A Quarter Century of Attitudes and Behaviors, based on her 25 years of research. Among her many honors, Sandy received the 1998 Presidential Outstanding Teaching Award and the 2002 Presidential Public Service Achievement Award. At this time, I invite 2019 Distinguished Maine Professor, Dr. Sandra Karen, to offer greetings on behalf of the University of Maine faculty.
Wow. I'm so honored to speak to you today as not just a faculty member, but a graduate of the University of Maine. 40 years ago, I was sitting where you are now, a member of the class of 1979, the first graduating class, in fact, to hold its ceremony in Alfond Arena. Shortly before I graduated, I was meeting with my advisor, Dr. Lloyd Brightman, my role model and mentor. In that meeting, he asked me to stay on at UMaine for my master's degree and to work with him before he retired, which he expected to be in another 10 years. He also encouraged me to pursue my PhD, to get work experience away from Maine, and then maybe come back here to interview for a faculty position. That meeting changed my life. His suggestion gave me a clear, albeit ambitious, plan for returning to the place that was home, to do research and teaching I loved. I followed Dr. Brightman's advice. I pursued my PhD at Syracuse University, and I took a job at Cornell before landing my dream job back here at UMaine in 1988. Then I was the professor meeting with students in my office. And one of those students was Neil, who came out to me during our meeting. He said it was the first person he came out to because of something that happened earlier in the semester. I had been eating dinner with him and other undergraduates in a dining hall near Hancock Hall, where I was a faculty in residence. Someone at the table made a homophobic joke, and my response was to say that it wasn't funny. The laughter died and the conversation moved on to other topics. Neil told me that it was at that moment he decided he could trust me as an advocate for gay students. But here's the thing. When Neil told me about the incident in the dining hall, I had no recollection of the experience. It was a passing moment to me, an automatic response that was even more poignant than at the height of the AIDS crisis. Truth be told, I doubt Dr. Brightman remembers that life-changing advice he gave me in his office. He was just doing what faculty members do, encouraging a student to follow her dreams and helping her find a path for them. The days we live rush by, filled with mundane moments and routines. It's easy to forget what power we have to change the lives of others and the influence those we admire have on us. What those people say to us, one-on-one, how we observe them live their lives, can make all the difference in nurturing our talents and passions and empowering us to follow our dreams. If you think about it, it probably won't take you long to remember the moment when someone you admire, a faculty member, a parent, a friend, helped you believe in yourself and kept you on a path to earning your degree when you were perhaps most discouraged and you didn't see a way forward. And yet, they probably don't even remember that moment because they were just living their lives and trying to be a good friend to you. And you've done the same for others. You have said and done things that have helped others find their way to a seat in this room, ready to pick up their degree and take on the world. You likely don't remember most of those moments, but they do. And this will be true your entire life. At any given moment, someone is looking up to you, following your example, and taking your words to heart. Every day, you have the power to lift that person up. The value of our lives doesn't come from our degrees, the money we earn, or the size of our house. It comes from using the influence we have for good in lifting others up so that they can do the same. I love this quote from the Talmud. If you can save one person, it's as though you've saved the world. One person, one at a time. If there was one phrase to sum up my life's work in studying human sexuality and family relationships, it would be, it's personal. I've spent over 30 years surveying thousands of college students, exploring changing beliefs. I've been able to pore over a mountain of data and see real change, positive change, in attitudes about things like marriage equality and openness about sexual orientation and gender expression and identity that didn't exist when I began my work decades ago. Students like Neil have a much easier time today because one by one, person by person, you've chosen to accept your classmates, friends, and family members for who they are and respect who they love. It's personal. It's all about those moments of standing up, reaching out, and helping those around you believe in themselves when they're most discouraged and can't see a way forward. I hope you'll find time today to thank those faculty members, your own Dr. Brightmans, who helped get you here. I hope you'll take a moment to remind your parents, other family members, and friends of those times they lifted you up just by their love and offhand remarks. And let me take this moment to thank you. I'm grateful every day for the joy of spending my time with students filled with energy and a passion for learning. I never thought on my graduation day 40 years ago that it would be the first of many annual trips to the Alfond for commencement activities. It's an honor to welcome you as fellow UMaine alum. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Karen, and congratulations again on being named this year's Distinguished Maine Professor. Great. To welcome the class of 2019, I am now pleased to introduce Julia Munsey, the chair of the University of Maine Alumni Association Board of Directors. Julia graduated from UMaine with a bachelor's degree in university studies in 2002. After earning her degree, Julia joined the Greater Bangor Convention and Visitors Bureau as a marketing specialist. She has since held positions in public relations, marketing and sales at Collabric, Oxford Networks and Doherty Project Management. Julia now serves as Director of Membership and Corporate Development at the Maine International Trade Center. Julia comes from a long line of Black Bears dating back to the 1900s. Please welcome Julia Munsey.
President Farini Mundy, distinguished honorees and guests, faculty, family, and friends, and of course, the class of 2019. I am deeply honored to join you today. Graduates, I am truly proud that today you will join me and 109,000 others as a member of the University of Maine Alumni Association. When you cross this stage in a moment, you will become part of a special group of individuals, all sharing one thing in common, the UMaine experience. In my day job as Director of Membership and Corporate Development for the Maine International Trade Center, as well as my volunteer role as Chair of the Board for the Alumni Association, I get to meet people from across the state, across the country, and around the world. In both of these roles, I run into Black Bear alumni all the time, and I love making that connection. We talk about when we attended, we figure out who we know in common, we talk about what we loved about being here, and the things that made a lasting impression. Recently at our annual UMaine Alumni Awards event, we asked alums, what does it mean to you to be a Black Bear? The responses were great, and I would like to share a few with you. Emily Kane, class of '02, and Danny Williams, class of '91, said to them it meant being a part of the Honors College, University Singers, Chi Omega, and Kappa Sigma, and that if you were lucky, you get to marry a Black Bear. I got to as well. Emily Ellis, class of '85, and former UMaine women's basketball player said it meant having teammates for life. Trey Stewart, class of '16, and fellow Alumni Association board member, said to be a Black Bear means you have the world at your fingertips. You can go anywhere, do anything, and become whatever you want to be, but you can always come home to Orono. Hans Croft, class of '21, said to him being a Black Bear means following in the footsteps of some great alumni and blazing your own trail into the future. And finally, Mike Bordick, class of '94, said to him it means family, people that care about you and your well-being. I love that one because that is what being a Black Bear means to me as well. It is about being a part of a big, multi-generational, diverse, growing, evolving family that is here to support you, to challenge you, to celebrate your success, and who provides a foundation for your journey. So what has your UMaine experience meant to you? What does it mean to be a Black Bear? As you leave today, ponder that question and treasure the answer. You will be surprised at how much it means to you as time goes by. The good news is, as Trey said in the video, you can always come home to Orono. And that's why the Alumni Association exists, to provide that connection to always come home. So stay in touch with us, go to the Alumni Association page on Facebook and like us, make sure we have your current email address, and let us know what your next steps are. We want to continue to celebrate with you and always provide that opportunity to come home. Congratulations, class of 2019. A special congratulations to Cameron Patch, and go blue!
Thank you, Julia. The University of Maine System Board of Trustees oversees the management and operations of the University of Maine system, with its 7 member campuses, including this flagship campus. It is a pleasure to have with us today retired Admiral Gregory Johnson of Harpswell, Maine. He is a native of the Aroostook County town of Westmoreland and a 1968 UMaine graduate. He was commissioned as an officer in 1969 and designated a naval aviator in 1970. During a 36-year military career, Admiral Johnson rose to the rank of 4-star Admiral, the highest level of command in the U.S. Navy. Admiral Johnson's assignments included Senior Military Assistant to the Secretary of Defense, Commander of Carrier Group 8 USS Theodore Roosevelt, and Commander-in-Chief U.S. Atlantic Fleet Staff. In 2001, Admiral Johnson was appointed Commander of U.S. Naval Forces Europe and Africa and Commander-in-Chief Allied Forces Southern Europe. In that role, he was responsible for naval operations in 91 nations. Since retiring from the Navy and returning home to Maine, Admiral Johnson has established Snow Ridge Associates, which provides strategic advice and counsel. He also serves on the boards of several organizations that tap his security, leadership, and planning expertise. Admiral Johnson is also a dedicated alumni volunteer and a community leader. Please welcome Trustee Johnson.
President Farini Mundy, distinguished guests, parents, family members, faculty, staff, podium colleagues, and most importantly, today's guests of honor, the 2019 UMaine graduates. Greetings and good afternoon, and it's a great day to be a Black Bear. It's a privilege and honor to be with you to formally celebrate this milestone accomplishment, the awarding of your degrees. On behalf of the University of Maine Board of Trustees, I commend you for your achievements, offer sincere congratulations, and wish you well as you step out into this post-college world and begin your career in a global environment that is in a constant state of change. I extend congratulations and appreciations to parents, families, and friends who supported and helped you to arrive at this milestone day. Their selfless sacrifice and support are recognized, appreciated, and applauded. The dedication and support of President Farini Mundy and the UMaine faculty and staff are also recognized and applauded. As noted, the world is changing at an ever-accelerating pace. It is an environment in which information, technology, services, manufacturing are creatively and rapidly integrated in new and transformative ways. The jobs created in this environment are called hybrid jobs, and they are a blend of new disciplines such as digital sciences, data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, bioengineering, and genomics melded with legacy courses and programs. In other words, a hybrid education to fulfill hybrid job requirements. Recent studies predict that today's graduates, that's those of you sitting here today, will change jobs 6 to 8 times in the course of a 40-year professional career. Many of your professions in which you began your career will disappear well before you are ready to retire. Many of the professions and jobs that will replace those that disappear do not even exist today, nor do we know of them. For example, the requirement for mobile app developers did not exist until 10 years ago when smartphones came along. Today, there are hundreds of thousands of such job postings as nearly every business from financial services, retail, airlines, insurance, grocery, fast food, Starbucks, most of you use that probably, want their offerings to be smartphone accessible and transactional. Another example is data analytics. According to Burning Glass Technologies, 10 years ago, there were 150 openings calling for employees with data analytics skills. Today, there are postings for 2 million jobs across every conceivable industry for workers with data science skills. As noted by Dr. Philip Gardner, a leading expert and researcher in the transition from college to the workforce, there are really only two options for graduates who want to succeed and have lots of employment opportunities: to be a technically savvy liberal arts graduate or to be a liberally educated technical graduate. In the employment business, graduates possessing hybrid education and who qualify for these hybrid jobs are called purple squirrels. This alludes to the fact that the prospective employees with those skill sets are about as rare as seeing a purple squirrel the next time you take a walk across the campus. Given that scarcity and the insatiable demand for them, employers pay a significant premium for such graduates. Maine, that's President Farini Mundy, the faculty and staff, with the full support of the University of Maine System Board of Trustees and the Chancellor and his staff, are hard at work to ensure that the graduates it sends into this rapidly changing world are purple squirrels, equipped with the necessary hybrid skills to successfully compete for the increasing number of hybrid jobs. A recent Chronicle of Higher Education study on the future of work noted that the two most critical discriminators for today's graduates, whether receiving a degree in engineering, bioscience, computer science, social sciences, humanities, is to have a basic understanding of data analytics and coding. While that might be the current situation, it will inevitably change. And to keep up with the ebb and flow of job offering requirements will require a lifelong learning mindset. And much of that lifelong learning will be delivered to you online in the form of stackable micro-credentials and certificates. A glance at this year's valedictorian, Drew Brooks, and the salutatorian, Anna Eliza Souza Coignea, and the 9 other distinguished outstanding graduating students from Maine's 4 colleges, the Business School and the Division of Lifelong Learning, tells a story of remarkable academic achievement, intellectual curiosity, student leadership, and civic engagement. They leave Maine with a college experience and the hybrid skill sets that will fuel their subsequent success. You will soon formally possess a degree from Maine's only research land-grant flagship university. That degree will be your trip ticket into today's complex, ever-evolving world. It'll serve you well. Be ever mindful of what University of Maine has given you, and do all you can along with your fellow 109,000 alums to enable it to continue its success of the past 150-plus years, advancing the well-being of Maine's 1.3 million citizens and the economic well-being of the state. It's an exciting challenge and one which each of you will excel. Go forward with confidence and do good. The opportunities are abundant, challenging, and exciting. You will succeed, and you, your families, your communities, our state, and our nation will be ever better for it. Thank you all very much, and good luck to each of you.
Thank you, Trustee Johnson. The Doctor of Humane Letters is an honorary degree given in recognition of exceptional contributions to society, scholarship, or the arts. The University of Maine celebrates outstanding individuals who make such a difference in the world. This morning, we were proud to award the 2019 Doctor of Humane Letters to Florence Reed. Her full biography is in your program, and let me share just a few highlights of her incredible career. Florence is a social entrepreneur whose life's work is helping protect our planet and its inhabitants. In 1997, she founded Sustainable Harvest International, a nonprofit organization that has helped 3,000 smallholder farms in Central America convert 26,000 acres of degraded land to regenerative agroecology practices that include 4 million trees. Flo is now leading the organization toward a scaling up vision to reverse land degradation on 8 million acres, achieving food sovereignty for 5 million people, and to draw down 16 million tons of carbon into the soil annually. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure to introduce our 2019 commencement speaker, Bridget Ziegelaar. Her full biography is also in your program, but let me share some highlights of her remarkable career. Bridget Ziegelaar is the operations manager for NASA's International Space Station Research Integration Office. Among her many responsibilities is leading process improvements to maximize space station research and development. The Old Town High School graduate received a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Maine and a master's degree in science, technology, and public policy from George Washington University. Ms. Ziegelaar began her career at NASA as a graduate student intern in the Office of External Relations in Washington, D.C. She became a full-time NASA employee in 1998, working at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. She has supported flight operations and mission control for several space shuttle missions to the International Space Station and has managed spacewalks. Following the Space Shuttle Columbia accident, Ms. Ziegelaar also led a team focused on developing critical repair techniques for the Space Shuttle's thermal protection system. Please welcome Bridget Ziegelaar.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to be here today to personally congratulate you, the University of Maine class of 2019. I'd like to thank President Farini Mundy for presenting with this special opportunity and her staff for enabling my visit here today. When President Farini Mundy first called and extended the invitation to me to come to Orono to speak to you, I'm not embarrassed to admit that one of the first thoughts that popped into my mind was, sweet, I will get to have Pat's Pizza. But of course, I am very proud to have attended the University of Maine and am grateful to be here again today. 23 years ago, when I was sitting where you are now, I never imagined being back here under these circumstances. I've thought a lot about the differences between then and now. For most of your lives, we have had humans living and working continuously in outer space. That is a remarkable achievement for all of humanity. But even more amazing is that for the majority of the years since I graduated, Tom Brady has been the quarterback of the New England Patriots. You all are so lucky. But really, what makes UMaine so special are the things that haven't changed since my time here. The values, kindness, respect, integrity, and a love of teaching and learning forever represent this university and are instilled in all those who go here, instilled in you and in me. For me, my experience here was transformational, but it began long before I was a registered student. I grew up in Old Town, and in a large part at this university. As a child, my favorite person in the world, my grandfather, worked here in the facilities department. A jack of all trades, I would often visit him at work and love to join him on his traditional painting of windows around campus with festive characters at Christmas time. I don't even remember how old I was when I started going to UMaine hockey games. My family had season tickets, and it became a staple in my life, an obsession, really. I have met men who've walked on the moon, yet the only time in my entire life I remember being truly speechless was after a UMaine hockey game. I must have been about 12 years old, and I was waiting for the players to come out of the locker room, hoping to get an autograph. And would you believe that one of the players spoke to me? He actually spoke to me, and he asked me if I enjoyed the game. I was too stupefied to respond. I still remember that player was Mike McHugh, for any hockey historians out there. But thankfully, I've come a long way since that tongue-tied moment, due in a large part to the education and experience I received here as a student. UMaine gave me the foundation I needed to be successful in my chosen fields. I may not have had a clear roadmap on graduation day, but I knew I had the right skills to navigate the path, as do all of you, whatever your path might be. Everyone sitting in the audience today has a different goal, and you each have the potential to achieve it. My dream since childhood was to be involved in the space program. Unfortunately, there was no prescribed route that I could take that would guarantee I would end up on NASA's payroll. Still, I'd like to believe it was more than luck that got me there. I knew that by selecting the University of Maine as my starting point, my options would be limitless. You are about to lay the first bricks of your own career paths. The process of construction is exciting, but it is also challenging and not always straightforward. I have to tell you, there were times during graduate school when I was working as an unpaid intern at NASA headquarters, faxing documents that other people had written, that my goals seemed as far away as the moon itself. And for those who don't know what faxing is, I envy you. It wasn't my dream job, and it certainly wasn't my dream salary. I could have gotten frustrated, but you know what? I had a badge that said NASA with my picture on it, and they let me in the building. How could I not come to work every day with a smile on my face? For you, today marks the beginning of an adventure full of opportunities that in time will turn into experiences. As you embark on your next steps, you may find yourselves in situations similar to mine, where your hard work doesn't appear to be taking you where you want to go. It is easy to become frustrated on such occasions, but I would encourage you to always give your best effort, even if you can't visualize a reward. It is amazing what a positive attitude can do, not only for you, but for those around you. It really is contagious, and thankfully, it isn't reserved for an elite few. In the end, recommendations I received from the headquarters internship directly led to me becoming a full-time NASA employee. Whatever your goal may be, it becomes a lot closer and a lot less daunting when you embrace the world with a positive outlook. My experiences inside and outside the classroom have helped to bolster my individual strengths. But those strengths were not cultivated through my individual efforts alone. Between group projects and sports, one of the many things I learned during my time here, and have carried with me throughout my career, is how to be a productive member of a team. Teamwork is essential in virtually every facet of life. Even if you are a natural-born leader, you will be dependent on your team members to succeed. Despite Tom Brady's undisputed dominance, everyone knows it is a team effort that has led the Patriots to 6 Super Bowl titles. Think of all the players that have helped build the dynasty. If not for the defense holding the prolific Rams to a handful of points and critical plays by Gronk and Edelman down the stretch, there could have been a very different outcome to Super Bowl 53. All of the players on the team share a piece of that championship. NASA is no different, and the same is likely true for your chosen fields. At NASA, we are dependent on thousands of people working as part of our team, and I am fortunate to be a part of that collaborative effort. Rightly so, the media focuses most of their attention on the astronauts who fly each mission. They are depicted as heroes because they are willing to risk their lives in hopes of making others' lives better. I agree with that portrayal, yet in my job, I get to see the human side of these heroes every day. And they are just that, human. They are no different than me or you. Each astronaut is just one member of a team that as a collective entity is doing something extraordinary. Sorry. During the Space Shuttle return to flight mission after the Columbia accident, I worked as the spacewalk manager. Tensions were high as astronaut Steve Robinson made an unprecedented spacewalk, maneuvering underneath the Space Shuttle orbiter's belly to perform the first ever on-orbit repair to the vehicle's critical thermal protection system. Although it was Steve's hand that pulled protruding gap filler from between the protective tiles to reestablish the needed smooth surface for reentry, the task was made possible by dozens of people on the ground, coordinating the robotic arm movements, rewriting the spacewalk timeline, configuring and testing the proper tools, and preparing contingency procedures. We all worked together to integrate the pieces required to make the repair a success. The real hero was the team, and you all have the ability to be a part of one. You'll not only learn together from any failures, but you'll share together the wonders of your achievements. Before I leave you, I want to make a confession of sorts. Despite the fact that I am on the podium here today, I don't want to give you the impression that I've always had my life in order. Although I had been fascinated by outer space since I can remember, I often saw my goal of working in the aerospace field as unattainable. Unable to see a credible road that would lead from Old Town to NASA, I had all but abandoned that idea when I graduated from high school. Fortunately, I had a teacher who believed in my ability and helped give me the confidence I needed to pursue my dream. He wouldn't let me give up on seeking my destination just because I lacked directions to get there. The space station seems so far away, yet in reality, it is closer than Boston, just 225 miles above us. If I can encourage just one of you to have faith in yourself, trust your potential, and not abandon your dreams and goals because they seem out of reach, it will have been worth taking 10 minutes of everyone else's time. I can honestly say that the 4 years I spent at the University of Maine were some of the best years of my life. They have propelled me farther than I ever thought possible. I have spent decades now working side by side with brilliant people from the best universities in the country, and I have never, not once, felt less educated, less capable, or less prepared than anyone else. That is a testament to the outstanding programs at the University of Maine, and you should all feel empowered by the skills and knowledge you have gained here. Have confidence knowing that this education you have worked extremely hard to earn was worth all of the sleepless nights and sacrifices. I am envious of you and the voyage you are about to begin. Some of you are likely chomping at the bit to move on or back to different states or countries. Others would never dream of leaving such a beautiful oasis as Maine in this chaotic world. But wherever you go, you will be the better for having walked this campus, studied in its halls, and threaded the fabric of this community. And UMaine is better for having you here. Regardless of where your path takes you, your roots connecting you to the University of Maine remain. They will provide sustenance in the form of knowledge and ability, but also, most importantly, in the form of character, which will help you grow stronger and reach farther in your future endeavors. I still feel very strongly attached to my Maine roots. Whether you were born here, grew up here, or just came here for school, you are from Maine too. It is a unique and special club. Be proud. I am. I say with all sincerity that when you made the decision to come to school here, you made a great choice. I hope your future choices will be as fortuitous and lead you back here to speak to the next generation in 2052. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Bridget, for sharing your inspiring thoughts with our graduates. The university community honors the two top students in our graduating class, the valedictorian and salutatorian. Their full biographies are in your program, but let me give you a couple of highlights of their outstanding academic careers. The valedictorian is Drew Brooks of Lyman, Maine, a double major in microbiology and music with a minor in molecular biology. He will receive 2 bachelor's degrees, one in microbiology and one in music. Since his sophomore year, Drew has been a student researcher in the Wheeler Lab, studying a fungus that can cause life-threatening infections in immunocompromised individuals. Beyond the classroom and the lab, Drew has participated in 5 UMaine music ensembles. His vocal training as a baritone has been primarily in operatic performance. He hopes to continue his vocal training when he moves to Boston this summer. As a sophomore, Drew was accepted to Tufts University School of Medicine through the Maine Track Early Assurance Program. In August, he will start his first year of medical school. Please congratulate Drew, who received one of his 2 diplomas in the morning ceremony, and now will receive the first diploma awarded in the College of Natural Sciences, Forestry, and Agriculture. Ana Elisa Souza Cunha of Orono is the 2019 University of Maine salutatorian and the outstanding graduating student in the College of Natural Sciences, Forestry, and Agriculture. She is a biology major with minors in neuroscience and psychology and a concentration in pre-medical studies. She will graduate with highest honors for her thesis, evaluating a Doppler radar monitor for assessing honeybee colony health. Anna Eliza has been volunteering to assist in UMaine research projects since she was 14 years old. She has worked as a certified nursing assistant and job shadowed at 4 healthcare facilities in Bangor and Lewiston. Following graduation, Anna Eliza will be working in clinical research in Boston and plans to apply to medical or graduate school. Anna Eliza, please come forward to receive your diploma. Many students here have academic regalia that includes a medallion with a white ribbon. These distinguished students will graduate from UMaine Honors College, one of the oldest programs of its kind in the country. To succeed in the Honors College, each student must meet the prescribed requirements for all UMaine students, plus take honors courses, conduct research, and write an honors thesis which they defend before a faculty committee. I invite the Honors College graduates to stand. Military training has been a part of the University of Maine for more than 140 years. Each spring, the commissioning of officers into the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps is a valued experience. The ROTC programs on campus help students develop discipline, physical stamina, skills in teamwork and management, and other qualities essential to success. The battalion staff draws from decades of valuable experience to teach these cadets what it means to be a leader in today's modern military. I invite the ROTC graduates and their cadre team to please stand. And now, for the very reason we are here today, I call on University of Maine's Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost Dr. Jeffrey Hecker.
Will all candidates for the doctoral degree please rise? President Farini Mundi, these students are candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. They have completed all university requirements and come properly recommended by the faculty and duly approved by the Board of Trustees. I have the honor of presenting them to you so that they may have their doctoral degrees conferred upon them.
On behalf of the trustees of the University of Maine system, and in accordance with the authority vested in me, I hereby confer upon each of you the doctoral degree, the highest of academic degrees. In testimony of this act, please come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma. Dr. Cody Vararamian, Vice President for Research and Dean of the Graduate School, will announce the candidates.
Erin Victoria Carter Bailey, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Clarissa Henry. Magdalena Blashkevich, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Christy Townsend. Matthew Christopher Hartman, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Alan Rosenwasser. Jiaojie Ji, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Patsy Nishina, hooded by Dr. Jürgen Nager. Yang Kong, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Patsy Nishina, hooded by Dr. Jürgen Nager. Ambreen Sayed Zayed, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, advised by Dr. Gregory Cox. Daniel Harold Warney, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, advised by Dr. Douglas Bousville. Murtada Abbas Al-Rubi, Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, co-advised by Dr. Roberto Lopez Anido and Dr. Douglas Gardner, hooded by Dr. Douglas Gardner. Anne-Marie Lauscher, Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. Shalene Jain. Okay. Hakim Saleh Majid, Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. William Davids, hooded by Dr. Shalene Jain. Susan Pauline Elias, Doctor of Philosophy in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Kirk Marsh and hooded by Dr. Merrill Elias and Dr. Kirk Marsh. Jessica Sheikh, Doctor of Philosophy in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Elaine Enderlin and Dr. Gordon Hamilton, hooded by Dr. Ellen Endren. Wu Soon Song, Doctor of Philosophy in Earth and Climate Sciences, co-advised by Dr. Scott Johnson and Dr. Christopher Gerby, hooded by Dr. Scott Johnson. Sonia Catherine Birchill, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Eric Galland. Megan Conway, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Brian Olson. Brian Elizabeth Duclos, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, co-advised by Dr. Cynthia Loftin and Dr. Frank Drummond. Rachel Ann Fowler, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Jasmine Saros. Michael Paul Torre, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Yang Chen. Jennifer Ann Crittenden, Doctor of Philosophy in Interdisciplinary Studies, advised by Dr. Sandra Butler. Amy Hoffman, Doctor of Philosophy in Interdisciplinary Studies, advised by Dr. Robert Cousy. Valerie Sauda, Doctor of Philosophy in Interdisciplinary Studies, advised by Dr. Patricia Poirier. Amalia Marina Harrington, Doctor of Philosophy in Marine Biology, advised by Dr. Heather Hamlin.
Will the baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? That's all of you in blue. President Farini Mundi, upon completion of all requirements, these students will be recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I have the honor of presenting them to you so that they may have their respective degrees conferred upon them.
On behalf of the trustees of the University of Maine system, and in accordance with the authority vested in me, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended. Now, in order to symbolically reflect this conferral, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Congratulations. In testimony of this act, I invite you to please come forward, not all at once, one row at a time, upon signal from the university marshals. All others should please be seated.
Come right. Just stay right here. I'm going to wait for the chute to fill up a little bit. You ready to graduate?
A little nervous.
Boy, you're numero uno.
Yeah, that's why I'm nervous.
Boy, let me see your card. I'm not going to screw it up unless
Ballot goes to Geiger.
I'll do it. Here we go. The College of Natural Sciences, Forestry and Agriculture, Dean Fred Cervello. Malik Nicholas Julian Geiger. Samuel Haskell Mallet. Jordan Olivia Bowie. Seth David Breton. Aidan A. Logan. Adam Jason Dumas. Chantal Patricia Bussiere. Emily H. Barnett. Birgit Anna Kulka. Hannah Catherine Mildrum. Brooke Craver Hammond. Jordan Marie Richards. Caroline Dorothy Bush. Lauren Elizabeth Martin. Christine Teresa Pollard. Claire Elizabeth Rinney. Jamie Ann Crowley. Ashley Elizabeth Mason. Marissa Nicole Martell. Cassandra Ashley Dumond. Maya Hayes Nisbet. Courtney Lynn Heffernan. Erin Marie Chinquette. Jacob Joseph Neal Jordan. Jordan Jakins. Lauren Nicole Grant. Julia Hayden Dillingham. Madison Riley Bennett. Samantha Gail Ballesteros. Krista May Bertrand. Danielle R. Foster. Kaylin Brianna Darling. Kaylee Suzanne Morton. Lena Marie Meddy. Michaela Sue Luia. Michael Tarquinio. Wyatt William Para. Anthony Michael Amato. Susanna Renee Drown. David Earl Hegarty. Courtney Lynn King. Alexandra Warren Roderick. Abigail Elizabeth Scott Mitchell. Kayla Elizabeth Nason. Sierra Jade Farrington. Amanda Lee Peterson. Cassidy Ryan Ribideau. Megan Grace Dunroe. Taylor Marie Venema. Olivia Jean Ham. Abigail May Glidden. Jenna May Hope. Kasha Lynn Sarico. Morgan Ray Moon. Brendan Philip Qualls. Cameron Timothy Ledesma. Morgan Lawrence Sawyer. Bryson Cole Thomas. Sophia Elizabeth Donadio. Samantha Faith Bigelow. Alex Stephen Hodson. Killian James Driscoll. Thomas Eldon Emerson. Mika M. Galati. Riley Alexandra Victoria Romanowski. Sarah Ann Leonard. Nicole McLean Ingalls. Paige Hannah Stone. Amy Eileen Sampson. Madison Cecilia Burt. Lauren K. Emery. Mary Elizabeth Everett. Mohammed Fazil Hashmi. Christopher David Tanner. Jane Iris Vanderschaff, Allison Mary Watson, JC J. Cushman, Sarah Lynn Smith, Jillian Ann Doyle, Tessa Elizabeth Lilly, Tishot Potier, Emily Michelle Brackett, Isabel Joy Alessi, Jordan Adeline Belanger, Mairead Roisin Clonan, Ashley Sarah Hoop, Allison Faith Romprey, Samantha Taylor Kabadek, Willow Josephine Betcha, Paige Elizabeth Hanson, Olivia Juliette Rancourt, Heather Colleen Lowry, Paige Marie Castangue, Taylor Marie DuPont, Michaela Brooke Quimby, was it Jana Adele Ledger, Anna Maria Blanche Dogger, Grace Bagley, Anna Z. Struba, Emily Nicole Robinson, Christian Vergara, Brian Monahan, Brianna Hope DeSoto, Mackenzie Rose Menard, Allie Elizabeth Simons, Julia Ann Juneman, John Spears, Rachel Francis Close, Henry Spencer Doring, Christina Rose Vasquezi, Ashley Mariana Fay, Allison Lynn Barabee, Raquel Joan Bazzelli, Shueta Desai, Emma Martina Jandro, Emily Rose Gagney, Felicia Cooney, Hannah Louise Wellborn, Shannon Marion Buzzle, Michaela Stevie Marcus, Charlie Ann Yoshus, Katie Joanna Stone, Erica Ann Hathaway, Anna Fisher, Emily Ray Tarr, Genevieve Marie Wilson, Anastasia Maria Tamvaklis, Emma Catherine Gonzalez, David Bryce Gauld, Andrew Edward Clement, Riley L. Cummings, Leah Kareen Braley, Bronwyn Airy West, Emily Nicole Stevens, Julia Ashley Schnee, Ryan Timothy Lavway. Emily Marie Ward. Laura Beth Roberts. Ivy Elizabeth Wallace. Jennifer Marguerite Goulding. Rachel Ann Emmerich. Julianne Fitzpatrick. Samantha Ashley King. Abigail Grace DeHaas. Catherine Marie Cotton. Madison Lee O'Rourke. Teresa Lynn Murray. Peter J. Hatch. Logan Jane Molt. Margaret Renee Bushy. Kathleen Marie Thibodeau. Trevor Alcid Morin. Taylor Nicole Roy. Caitlin Joyce Abbott. Danielle Page Lapointe. Darissa Janelli Rodas. Abigail Frances Reese. Samantha Jean Moore. Julie Michelle Kaplan. Tessa Regina Lindsley. Casey Renee McGlaughlin. Jason Michael Henson. Ethan Paul Hill. Austin Cunha Burrows. Luke Ronald Greenwood. Aiden S. Hakenen. Jacob Daniel Brown. Is it Dayrell Vargas. Lily Mae Wiseman. Stephanie Marie Woods. Lily Marie Delisle. Taylor Beth Durapo. Abigail Ruth Doyle. Lindsay Ann Burtwell. Lydia Tyler Murray. Michaela Jean Morin. Grace Harmony McDermott. Aaron R. David Lowell. Caroline Ruth Wires Cunningham. Peter Galen Grubb. Julian Patrick Dunn. Elizabeth Darlene Riedel. Samuel Paul Becker. Samantha Louise Wag. Megan Lindsay Royal. Madison Marie Decker. Rebecca Sloan Callan. Harriet Rose Train. Brian William Grulick. Kyle E. Whittemore. Casey Lynn Dumont. Allison Brote. Kylie Elizabeth Nile. Sarah Lynn Doucette. Carrie Kostopoulos. Joshua R. White. Alexander Tahir Flynn. Dylan Howell Cunningham. Hayden Michael Anelli Pearson. Gwyneth Ellen Roberts. Andrew David Nolan. Emily Elizabeth Miller. Samantha Jessica Silverbrand. Emma Ruth Kremer Rich. Elizabeth Rochelle Pietrowski. Maya Serrano Keynes. Clarissa Alessandra Klyer. Marina Nicole Braga. Joshua Francis Kosick. Aidan M. O'Brien. Matthew Donald Brewer. Connor Francis King. Jacob Peter Rawlings. John Charbonneau. Colin J. Fagan. John Peter Donalfo Jr. Samuel Trainer Spizuko. Matthew Hewitt. Rosanna Gochi Woodruff. Juliana Elise Pushkar. David Harrison Tiffany. Samuel Brian Dahlmeyer. Jesse Averka. Kevin Robert Frankhauser. Carl Thomas Piacenza. Noah Kai Began. Matthew Curtis Swope. Samantha Noel Furbish. Seth Bentley Douthit. Hope Elizabeth Katala. Zachary Ezra Vise. Samantha Jo Duff. Megan Amico. Rochelle Marie Gordon. Jamie Taylor Behan. Catherine Elizabeth Bates. Alina Jessica Stober. Jamie Ann Baroni. Connor Huck. Emily Lorraine Watton. Layla Marie Marchesny. Kylie Mae Davin. Timothy Shane Dalton. Nathan William Andrews. Kyle Janetti. Caitlin Paige Spalding. Megan Victoria Correa. Sarah Beth Giesler. Matthew Christian Schulteis. Michael Korakansky. Eric Bastidas. Charles Derek Edwin Dewey. Ben Walter Tarot. Kyle A. Lima. Michael B. Shaw. Logan James Sauer. Lauren Ann Dolinsky. Bridget Campbell Ray. Kelby Laurel Leary. Jacqueline Bernice Sadowski. Michaela Beth Hageman. Alyssa Haskell Gustafson. Danielle Nicanello. Vanessa Page Karen. Megan Alicia Maine. Emily Carvalho. Sydney Georgina Hersey. Jenalee Rose Lutz. Kelsey Nicole Brown. Nicole Ann McGrath. Rachel Marie Brooks. Emily Corinne Gorney. Tal Kleinhaus Goldman Gadalahu. Cara Marie Aiken. Olivia Ann Lappin. Timothy LeMaguire. Abby Lee Root. Lucas Purdy. Kai Alexander Overturf. Zachary J. Beneducci. Rachel Cheyenne Van Gordon. Ellie Mara Damek. Caroline Elizabeth Booth. Caitlin Marie Raffier. Biana Teddy Salter. Kai Laspina. Danielle Renee Plumley. Kathleen Rose Brown. Taylor Arlene Patterson. Elizabeth May Capodilupo. Sarah Jean Shelley. Ashley Jane Andrews. Emily Baines Sneakus. Cheyenne Marie Sersoli. Catalina Shanna Manon. Tyler Nathaniel LeBlanc. Hannah Christine Ward. Michael James Howland. Cameron Charles Fudge. Garrett James LaFrance. Cameron Patrick Phelps. Marshall Adam Bertrand. Jacob Marlon Fetzer. Noah Raymond Grantham Coogan. Merrill Nelson Lee. Alana Nicole Wakeham. Shannon D. Odebear. Asha R. DiMatteo LePape. Soren West Donizvich. Cowan John Sikora. Ozma M. Emaligi. Sandy Marie Pereira. Natasha Marie Turner. Taylor Ann Priscilla Harris. Zoe Murado. Zoe Joanna Donovan. Amanda Ryan Sullivan. Karen Alice Buta. Emma Brickman. Haley Marie Mansell. Hannah Christine Falke. Emily Vivian Davis. Ethan Robert Sibley. Devin Michael Wentworth. Scott Guy LaRiviere. Carol I. Chapman Jr. Ricky Joe Pease. Joseph D. Bowden. Chloe Marie Jonathan. Olivia Dam. Jamie Ann Clifford. Allison M. Nolan. Olivia Glenn Rowell. Alexandra Germaine August. Haley Elizabeth Robinson. Adriana Marie Simons Davis. Casey Nicole White. Gabrielle Ann Craig. Savannah Morgan Tuttle. Brianna Shantice Wiggins. Kyle Martin Perez Alamo. Shanna Kylie Duffy. Paige Grace Meisterling. Shalimar Hannah Hume. Julia Josephine Cleary. Jacqueline Marie Cook. Chelsea Jade Nichols. Sadie Frances Muhiran. Allison Joyce Hickey. Juliana Rose Cangialosi. Kaylee Elizabeth Hayes. Elizabeth Margaret McGrath. Madison Margaret Lengel. Sylvia Donna Baxter. Griffin Michael Henderson. Cody Garrett Cullen. Maria Ann Valenti. Caroline Elizabeth Verrill. Chantel Lee Neptune. Nicholas Benjamin Dunham. Logan Albert Benedicts. Samantha Higley. Dylan Casey. Colin Thaddeus Reeve. Daniel Robert Zemla. Michael Biaskis. Megan Jean Frizzard. Rachel Claire Harmon. Cassandra Jane Miller. Kaylee Reese Lynn Tinker. Molly Elizabeth McGregor. Amani Marybeth Truant. Leandra Grant. Elizabeth Nicole Van Dyne. Aubrey Aaron Gross. Christopher A. H. Michaud. Molly Ann Ryan. Amelia Faith Kuiper. Jacob Edward Spalding. Thomas J. Hanscom. Gregory Maxwell Warmoth. Courtney Elizabeth Daly. Camilla Rowe Horton. Adam Arthur Fortier Brown. Courtney Marie Brett. Willow Amelia Sellens. Annika Lynn Carlson. Savannah Nicole Leaf. Zerling Xiang. Liam James Stokes. Emily Grace Veralt. Melanie Iris Schuyler. Jane Myra Winarta. Elizabeth Sarah Lamen. Tien Tien Wong. Elizabeth Catherine Matthews. Alyssa Rose Lewis. Kylie Elizabeth Drummond. Catherine Goodrow. Alexandra Denise Lewis. Daniel Patrick Berry. Joshua Wallstrom Pawson. Emma Renee Garner. Allison Mayanne Morin. Samuel Addison Francis. Dominic Allen Vincent Gayton. Connor Brendan Henningsgen. Kane David Hutchins. Kevin Michael Marrow. Lucian R. Sulloway. Michaela Blaine Phillips. Michaela Leland. Morgan Elizabeth Dodge. Courtney Lynn Hatton. David Michael Rondo. Laura Elizabeth Pay. Cassandra Hazel Steele. Michaela Ann Murray. Emily Ann Molt. Alyssa Mary Coyne. Talia Hannah Sweeney. Connor Patrick Tully. Jillian Janine Beeland. Emily Page Hernando. Olivia Rose Rogers. Jordan C. Lau. Emily Sarah Page. Michaela Renee Glidden. Gary Scott Morneau. Hannah Laurie Manderson Peters. Caroline Rose Elena Bonifant. Alejandro Rufus Casillas. Kurt C. Schleider. Amelia Louise Guthrie. Rachel Lee Largay. Elaine Clark. Emily Susan Hayes. Bailey Ocean Simmons Brown. Evelyn Mesha. Fariel M. Hilmy. Larissa Lee Henry. Jacob Arthur Kroll. Jacob Daniel Breen. Adam Albert Marcotte. Chadwick Everett Rhodes. Cassandra Jean Carroll. Leah McClellan. Emma Blackdeer. Sean Richard Driscoll. Sean Luce. Megan Riley Deemers. Christiana Beverly Gardner. Carly Marie Zahler. Delaney Quinn Overlock. Madison Elizabeth Lawler. the College of Engineering, Dean Dana Humphrey. Eben Joshua Lenfest. Carol Ann Young. Isabel Rose Grant. Chloe Elizabeth Lilly. Alexander Nathan Danner. Paige Marie Belanger. Daniel George Lesko. Anna Grace Weber. Abigail Margaret Wygang. McKinley Hale Stinson. Mark J. Lambret. Thomas Garrick Rorden. Tyler J. Hine. Peter Andrew Robinson. Sean Martin Morris. Christy Mae Belanger. Samantha Ariel Steinberg. Curtis Kwong. Jason Lee Webb. Charles Alexander Roy. Austin Wheeler Stewart. Lauren James Nightingale. Cole Thomas Lemelin. Timothy Justin Verrill. Matthew Rogers St. Jar. Tanner Aberley. Raymond No. Chipper Raymond Trottier. Daniel Curtis Coulomb. Tyler Thomas Jordan. Aiden Minot Curley. Aaron Robert Susi. Justin Jason Pelletier. Alexander Vega. Ian Craig Liggett. Devin Murphy White. Mason A. Darling. Calvert James Senesac. Bruce Newwin. Forrest D. Stevens. Joshua Robert Graham. Michael Alexander Pritchard. Jordan Thomas Ash. Alexander Crossman Fallon. Adam Green. Timothy Cameron Patch. James Patrick Hannigan. Hunter Matheson Bowen. Keenan O'Donnell Bodette. Riley McAllister Eccles. Ian Francis Brophy. Joshua Allen Dugas. TJ Kenny. Quentin Farr. Timothy Patrick Deshane. Ryan C. Poitras. Benjamin Lewis Cox. Preston C. Spear. Jeffrey Charles Gordon. Matthew Anthony Aldrich. Eli Pangburn. Alex Pierce Scheckengost. Joshua Clyde Francis. Joshua David Schneier. Connor Richard Hill. Zachary Aaron Hodges. Alex Michael Jacobowski. Douglas William Robbins. Nathan Christopher Story. Ty Eugene Orduña. Lyric Cy Daigle. Dylan Bryant Cray. David A. Manzo. Spencer Laurier Lindsley. Benjamin Robert Duddy. Ryan Joseph Pierce. Zachary Mark Stevens. Julia Lucia Richardson. Aaron Lucille Freeney. Allison Page Gilmore. Sullivan Thomas Tidd. Morgan Ella Cram. Sabrina Lee Taitula. Blanca Catarina Monse. Michelle Lee Hale. Thomas Higgins Gleason. Ben Thompson. Jacob Alexander Schott. Danielle N. McGowan. Abigail Marie Morgan. Jordaliza Feliz. Bonan Rui. Wyatt Ransbotham Page. Kyle Stephen Murchison. Ian Ramon Maristani. Matthew William Mihai. Jacob Thomas Kinney. Andrew L. Flynn. Eli Grant Brinker. Alyssa Morgan Libby. Jackman Andrew Mikowitz. Maeve Margaret Carlson. Jordan Evan Pelletier. Trevor Paul Gettig. Andrew Joseph Wojak. Dylan Schlichting. Dylan T. Earl Johnson. Charles Earl Zackow. Caitlin J. Chick. John Robert Pacent. Dakota Matthew Roy. Cody Joseph Stevens. Jenna Rachel Gilbert. Mamie David John Walsh. Alexander John Wimsott. Christopher Jeffrey Daubert. Peta Fifield. Brody Elwin Campbell. Andrew J. Kerman. Nicholas Joseph Gaucher. James Patrick Costigan. Nicholas Tyler Boyd. McLean Kinsman Isaacs. Michaela Marie Turner. Ming Feng Espinola Schnorr. Austin Leo Roger Albert. Olivia Daramy Goulet. Megan Catherine Greener. Abigail Nicole Elliott. Alexis Morgan Cody. Alyssa Marie Wardwell. Tyler Lee Ritter. Shayla Rose Elizabeth Kleisinger. Alyssa R. Burkard. Alexander Lyle Flannery. Cody Joseph Rawlings Gigak. Elena Noel Gilman. Sierra Lynn Thibodeau. Marissa Belanger. Ethan Kyle Dappas. Megan Louise Hooper. Jill Marie Twist. Sean Michael Farrington. Mackenzie May Tyler. Sija Angela Wong. Zachary Robert James Terrio. Nicholas Michael Fortin. Christopher George Kowash. Jacob Robert Gross. Jay Vassar Burkhardt. Braden Norris. Evan Thomas Brewer. Connor James Beebe. Alexis Elizabeth Marinsky. Quinn Merchant Snyder. Brian Douglas Roy. Gabrielle Murphy. Megan Elise Mayhew. Gabriella Constantine. Adam Fraley. Michael Frederick Orn. Noah Paul Fournier. Blake Lozier Enrico. Johannes Osten. Mitchell Severio Thayer. Edwin S. Lewis. Zachary L. Appleby. Cole Chamberlain Tracy. Timothy Patrick O'Neill. Daniel M. Rushlow. Devin Ryan Bryant Scherer. Evan Scott Bourgeois. Daniel Draper Bullard. Nicholas Michael Turner. Kevin Thomas Chamberlain. Christopher Roger Giroux. Bradley Curtis Garrett. Quinn Alexander Campbell. Ian James Kane. Serena Sear. Mackenzie Foster. Chandler Elizabeth Gallant. Julia Abbott Ryder. Brianna Lorraine Power. Brandon Michael Ip. Jesse Christopher Drake. Ryan Timothy Perry. Tyler Young. Zach Finoto. Andrew Richard Morin. Joshua August Viekman. Nicholas Allen Zaire. Garrett Morgan Robinson. Maymay Leoto. Maxwell Monroe Blaze. Nicholas G. Cole. Andrew Joseph Majeski. Matthew Everett Rice. Colton Michael Markovich. Nathan Allen McKenzie. Jacob Allen Terry. Jacob Bloom. James F. Proctor. Timothy Charles Dasso. Jacob Lee Kentz. Emily Jo Graney. Zachary Emery Baker. Christopher Edward Byron. Keith Timothy Muehlbauer. Michael Scott Filio. Andrew G. Hawk. Jake Noble Davey. Samuel Angus McPherson. J.T. Williams. Alexander Kenneth Murchison. Nicholas Cole Bennett. Christopher Michael Daggett. Richard Michael Farazi. Curtis Joseph Roby. William Tavener Spencer. Casey Shane Roy. Matthew Joseph Potvin. Benjamin Lawrence Rosenbaum. Michael Drake DeGrossier. Connor Michael Clary. Tanner Reed White. Joseph Kenneth Smith. Ian Ronayne Delaney. Patrick S. Campbell. Mohammed Fahad Al-Khaldi. Nasser Hassan Al-Khatani. Sultan Saif Al-Shehi. Ali Abdullah Alameri. Joshua Ian Terry. Eric Hoy Nintala. Jason Roy Goulet. James Thomas Gayton. Phoenix Owland Throckmorton Hansford. Nicholas Kevin Jandro. Michael Brennan Jones. John Barrett Dunn. Connor Marcel Emile Buffard. Dylan James Perkins. Jane Kathleen Imdik King. Stephen Akrofi. Mohammed Sultan Al-Hamadi. Fadumo Mousse. Christian Matthew A. Daigle. Russell Scott Lawrence Jr. David James Doyle. Robert Michael Michaud Jr. Lincoln Varnum. Philip Anthony Robb. Ryan Thomas Dufour. Daniel Joseph Schlebig. Mohammed Hashem Al-Sayed. Robert William Michael. Mason P. Roach. Patrick John Roy. Hunter R. Smith. Yosaphat Shanaroon. Derek S. Howard. Cameron John Newland. Corbin Studi. John Marshall Barrett Conant III. Kyle Paul Bernier. Jesse Robert Warren. Bailey Jiang Carol Bartash. Ashley Virginia Pezanowski. Reed Thomas Mack Gordon. Nicholas James Fortin. Kwang Min Luong. Alexander Jason Mentor. Stuart William Doe. William Roger Bassett. Dylan Bryce Doucette. Ethan Michael Lassard. Benjamin R. Rancourt. Jacob Michael Valley. Dylan Thomas Pratt. Connor John Kreider. Nicholas Frontis Aiken. Sean Michael Cashman. Austin Joseph Doobie. Ian Page Bluen. Scott Thomas Bush. Michelle A. Pelletier. James Monia Moniri. Charles Salt. Brandon T. Richards. Wesley Moores. And Joseph Costa.
So in my notes, it says I'm to give a charge to you new graduates. That's simple, and you've been hearing it throughout your time at UMaine. Define tomorrow. First, define tomorrow for yourselves. Your college experience has helped prepare you to be the very best version of yourself at this stage of your journey. You have the skills and the knowledge coupled with your dreams to create the tomorrow that you desire. Secondly, define tomorrow for the world. Through your innovations, your entrepreneurial endeavors, your artistic and creative works, or your dedication to your career, you can continue to use your Black Bear spirit to lead our world in positive directions. Make a difference and strive to make the world a better place. As you move in new directions, if you find that we could have done something more to help you become more successful, please let us know. Talk to your faculty mentors, your dean, your alumni association, or me. Our goal is always to be the best version of UMaine possible. We are proud of what you've accomplished. We look forward to seeing what you'll do in the future. Congratulations, good luck in your tomorrows, and please stay in touch. This concludes the University of Maine's 217th commencement ceremony. I want to thank Professor and Conductor Eric Paulson and the ceremonial brass, Music Director and Reader Danny Williams, accompanist Dr. Laura Artisani, and the members of the Black Bear Men's Chorus, Bridget Ziegelaar, Flo Reed, Trustee Johnson, and others involved in making this ceremony a wonderful event. Will the audience please rise and remain standing as the stage party, faculty, and graduates leave the arena. Please join Danny Williams as he leads us in singing the Maine Stein song. Thank you.